Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back to the show. There we are, Salem Nicole joining us, and Jill Michelini. I'm here for our live show today with the Fourth House Intuitive. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jill. How are you?
I'm doing great. Pleasure to have you back here. Would you mind introducing yourself
Thanks.
to our listeners? Thank you.
Sure. I'm Salem Nicole. I am owner and CEO of Fourth House Intuitive, and I help with psychic readings, Reiki healing sessions, and dream and birth chart analysis as well.
Perfect. And how do we reach out to you?
You can contact me at ivhouseintuitive.com. That's Roman numeral 4, ivhouseintuitive.com, where you can see information regarding the company services that we provide. And also you can book your free consultation right online at any time.
Awesome. So what are we going to talk about today? I mean, there's so much that you have to offer.
I
Reiki energy
know.
healing is another one. Did we dive into Reiki energy healing?
We did that a little bit, I believe, on the last session that we did, Jill. So, but we can touch on that again, of course. That'd be
Whatever
a
you
lot of
want to
fun.
talk about. Good. This is your show. So what did you have in mind for us today? I'll ask you. Thank you.
Well, you know what? I wanted to actually, we can touch on some Reiki healing energy, definitely, but I actually wanted to do a general reading for everybody. I mean, that's one of
Sure.
the main services that we provide. So I was just trying to,
Ah,
give a little bit of feedback on how the readings, well, the general readings are done a little bit different than how I do personal readings, but I still wanted to be able to provide something for everybody there, for the network and for the viewers
so you
and
could
things
kind of
like that.
channel
So that
into
way you
people that
can,
are listening or watching. You can
yeah,
feel their energy. Sure. Let's do a general
yeah.
reading.
All
Yes.
right. Well, we'll just do something quick. Let's see. This will be for a collective reading, of course. So this is for everyone. It's a general reading. Keep in mind that the roles can be reversed, okay? And sometimes the cards will specify gender, but not all of the time. But we're going to see what comes out for everybody. And this will be for all placements, all signs, all placements, and also
Hmm.
including Ophiuchus as well. So we're going to see what the cards got to say for everybody there viewing us here, just to give you a little bit of uh, what I do. And we have the
Awesome.
9 of coins.
What is
Okay.
that?
So I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to hold it up for you there.
Yeah.
And so with the 9 of coins, this is letting me know that there is a lot of freedom there for folks at the network there, or those that are viewing at this particular time. We could be talking to some folks that, um, you know, work mainly by themselves, could be working in businesses such as myself, entrepreneurs, things like that as well. And there's a lot of freedoms with that. They're also very financially stable. So that's a lot of good news with whatever it is that they do for work. And with the 4 of Wands here, that is a commitment that a lot of the entrepreneurs and business owners they're viewing have committed themselves to. A lot of them have also been able to accomplish new homes, new living situations, new families due to the commitment that they've been having with their passionate projects, their entrepreneurial, their business projects that they have going on. And then we also have the Tower here.
Hmm.
Okay. So it looks like that there was some type of a shocking revelation that brought all this about. And for the folks that have their own businesses, their own, pursuing their dreams, so to speak, and being able to be financially stable based off of that. This came as a shock for a lot of them. So a lot of these folks may have come from other backgrounds, like corporate world, things like that, or even blue collar world, and maybe something got shooken up at those particular types of foundations to what caused them to go in their own direction as far as pursuing their own dreams. So as of right now, that's what's coming out here. 4 of coins. Okay. And so this was something that's, it took folks a while. Usually when something like this happens, it can be it takes time to start your own business. It takes time to pursue your
Mm-hmm.
dreams. So it took some time for those folks to come about being in the positions that they're in right now. And they had to reflect on how they were going to pay their bills, of course, because going to a independent type of contracting position or being your own boss or following your dreams and your passions, sometimes the money is a factor, which could also hold a lot of people back. So this could be something that folks are experiencing right now. Okay, this could be something related to past, present, or future. As of right now, I'm feeling past. Okay. Also, this could be dealing with someone that has Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in their chart, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in their chart as well. So it was a transformation. Somebody or a couple people there came into realization that they wanted to try something else, wanted to do something different. And it took them a while to accomplish that goal, and possibly about 4 years is what I'm seeing here.
Wow. Ooh, all from those cards. You've just,
Just those four. Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Now, when we do personal readings, again, like I said, those get very specific. I ask you some information regarding the type of reading that you're wanting to get, just gathering some additional information from you to make sure that I can hone in into you, because my abilities can be very broad to where I
Mm-hmm.
might end up on somebody else that's around you. So I try to get as specific to that person as possible so that they can get the information that they're looking for and not somebody else's. Also, all information is kept personal, private, and confidential as well. I never talk about my clients, who I'm seeing, or what their situations are about. Everything is kept confidential, and we really dig into whatever questions they may have. And as you see, as we do readings, a lot of times additional questions and additional information will come up, which is one of the reasons why I have it set up to where you can get a reading based off of your category. You can choose a love category, health, wealth, career, dream analysis, birth chart, things like that, and we dig in, and so that way you're able to ask as many questions as you want during that time frame. Also, yeah, that's really about it about psychic readings. And when it comes to the Reiki healing sessions, again, the consultation is key. It helps me really hone in onto what you're needing to get Reiki for, depending on where you're at health wise. Everybody doesn't qualify for Reiki healing, so it is something that you have to be careful with, which is another reason why the consultation is needed there. To make sure that I'm, going to be able to help you with what you're wanting the Reiki for. If not, then if you don't qualify for Reiki, that's when we pivot to crystal healing instead. So that's why that Reiki / crystal healing is available. So that way I'm able to help you energetically, some way, shape, or form, to get you lined up within your chakras and feeling better and being able to accomplish goals.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, wow. Wow, this is amazing work. So I wonder who's listening now saying that was for me, that was for me, this resonates, that doesn't, but I love that. Um, you can kind of guide it towards, what, that person wants to know about. Now, what about crystals? You mentioned I see stuff, I have those crystals in the background. How can
Yeah.
crystals help with healing?
Well, crystals vibrate at a vibrational frequency, a high vibrational frequency, to where it will feed into us and it will mesh or join in with our vibrational frequency to help uh, elevated. Okay. Certain crystals do certain things. Like here, I have a couple crystals. I have some angel quartz crystals here on my table because, well, I get a lot of guidance from the angels, and this helps that energy amplify that communication. I also have some black obsidian here to help with protection. I also have some red jasper, some crystal quartz, some rose quartz, moon crystal on here. Let's see, what else do I have? I have quite a few. I have some amethyst here. I have quite a few pieces here to help me when I'm doing readings. They help bridge the gap. They're kind of like little battery packs, is how I like to look at them, because of the high vibrational frequency that they give off, which amplifies the energies, which allows me to be able to connect a little bit easier than I would without them.
Wow. And where do we get
Hmm.
crystals from? Where are they from? They're from like the earth? And like, what do you, is there
Yeah,
like a place you buy them from? How do you know if they're real,
yeah.
authentic, or, you know?
Yeah, you can get them from pretty much anywhere these days. Most metaphysical shops have a wide range of them. Most you can go to the mall. Some places in the mall might have them. You can get them offline, Amazon, Etsy, things like that. There was another one, eBay. You know, a lot of places have them these days as they are becoming more and more popular, as a lot of people are starting to tap in and notice the vibrational frequency and how they provide healing in certain ways. Like I have some uh, blue tiger's eye here, which really helps with third eye activation, really helps you be more present within your third eye to help you cipher. Amethyst, also a good one for like crown chakras, things like that, crown and third eye chakra. Um, so it just depends on what you're wanting to accomplish, on what crystals that you would use. Um, which is one of the things as far as the Reiki healing goes, on why the consultation is there, because depending on how you're feeling, what areas within your
Hmm.
body you feeling are out of balance is going to tell me what crystals you may need to pick up to help you along your journey past the Reiki healing. Um, so that way you're still able to get something. And then also it helps amplify the energy as well. So it's kind of like a jumper cable type of thing, how you plug in jumper cables to your car to jump
Yeah.
start the energy. It's kind of like that with the crystals.
Awesome. Well, good to know. What
Mhm.
would be one for someone who's over anxious, anxiety? Which is there a good crystal to help calm you?
Amethyst, I would say. There will be another one, crystal quartz. Crystal quartz is a universal crystal that can be programmed for pretty much anything. So crystal quartz, amethyst, rose quartz would be another one, and black obsidian or black jasper as well. It's very calming. Um, I would say those would be some good ones to utilize. Yeah. And you can get them, like I have several bracelets on to help me, because, when they're connected to your wrist here, this is a very sensitive spot, your wrist, and when they're connected, they seep into you, it helps give you protection, guidance, information. It helps you with all kinds of things. It just really depends on what crystals you are incorporating on your body or around you, on what benefits you're going to be able to gain from them.
Hmm. Thank you so much. All right. Awesome for crystals. I got to get some. And it's interesting to know that it can have
Yeah,
this, great healing
definitely.
modalities. What else did you want to talk about for today?
um let's see, what else did we want to talk about today? We talked about crystals. Let's talk about dream analysis. I feel
Oh,
like that's one we haven't tapped on as of yet. So when it comes with the dream analysis, that's me helping you interpret your dreams. Okay. A lot of people don't realize that your dreams is just another way of communication coming in from your guides, your angels, your ancestors. A lot of people look at dreams as if they're, oh, I had a dream and that's it. Wrong. That's something that they're trying to tell you in your while you're asleep, or even while you're awake, because there's daydreaming.
mm-hmm.
For those who meditate, you may come across some information that way. You may see images in your mind's eye during meditative sessions, but that information has deeper meaning than what a lot of people realize. So when you're keeping record of your dreams is something that I highly recommend people to do. Dreams, nightmares, no matter if you're asleep, you're awake, whatever, always have something there to write it down, especially if you're wanting to get more information about it. Because a lot of people think, oh, I had a dream about shopping, for example, right? And they may think it's because, well, I must be going shopping soon, or, the surface of it. And it's not. It can be a whole lot deeper than that. It just depends on what you're shopping for, who were you shopping with, what images did you see, who was, it's a lot more entail. And then you may find out that shopping wasn't shopping at all. It was
Mhm.
actually meant for you to get a different perspective. It was just sent to you in that form. So there's a lot to go with the dreams analysis, which is um, very interesting and very fun to do. How I'm able to, blow people's minds, so to speak. And like I said, a lot of people look at that as a surface thing, that when it's not, it's a lot more deeper than that. So once they get a hold of that, then they're kind of like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And a couple weeks later or a couple days later, they come back or they send me an email and they're like, oh my God, this happened. And this, you were so right. And this, it freaks people out, but in a good way.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. Let's remind everyone how we could reach out to you, please.
Sure, you can contact me at ivhouseintuitive.com, or you can call me as well at 888-339-3273, extension 804.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's continue the conversation. Now, what are some of the other things that you do? I mean, the readings, the Akashic records. Do you do Akashic records?
Yes, the Akashic Records to me is kind of like the library where you can find information,
Okay.
but it's mentally. A lot of people look at the Akashic records as something physical, which it can be, but there is other ways of gaining information as well. So that's tapping into your subconscious mind on a particular level to pull out certain information, which in all actuality, I kind of feel like when we're doing readings or even Reiki healing sessions or the dreams or the birth chart, that's me tapping into your Akashic records,
Mm-hmm.
period. So, and pulling out information that is hidden from you or information that you may not understand. So to me, that's me accessing your library from start.
Got it. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
by the way, you do offer an initial contact call if someone does want to reach out to you to find out what's best for them. If someone says, I want to contact, I want to know about my future, I want to know about my past, you'll give them the lowdown on what package they could work with and do. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What other healing modalities do you work with? What are those things in the background? Are those flutes? So I'm trying to figure out wind
Yeah.
chimes. What?
These are flutes. These are what I use during certain readings for, everybody. And they are solfeggio frequency flutes. So they're specific dependent on, because I work with the frequencies as well. So certain frequencies that also amplify energies, also help clear the pathways as well when it comes to like negative energies,
Mm-hmm.
um, negative anything that could be hindering you, blockages, things like that. It also helps bring in communication as well. So I do work with all nine fuego frequencies during readings. If it comes up, spirit usually tells me which one is needed. Like for instance, you were asking me about stress and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
There is a specific fuego frequency that you can use that will do that, that will help clear that out while you're sleeping. But a lot of times, with us being so busy, going about our day, things like that, we could forget. I know sometimes I forget. So during readings, I have the Solfuego frequencies specifically that's needed. So if it comes up, I'm able to provide it for you right then and there. That way, if you do forget, you're fine. I already covered it, for you in the reading. So that's why I use these. Yeah,
Never
they're
heard of them
fun.
until today. Wow, never, never.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I didn't know what they were. I'm like, they look like musical instruments. I'm like, but how do we work that into what she does? Didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
that. I know with Reiki,
Mm-hmm.
with the Reiki energy healing, you use like a pendulum of some sort too, right?
In some cases I do. It just depends on the situation, but in a lot of cases I use the Solfuego frequencies. I feel like those are a little bit more potent. I feel like because in some cases when I do Reiki, If somebody qualifies for Reiki, I also incorporate the crystals with it too. I want the most potent energy I can get, for that member, for that client. So that way they're going to be able to feel those effects well past that session. I understand people's budgets, like we were saying here in the reading. I understand a lot of times folks' budgets, they can't afford things all of the time. And when it comes with Reiki, it's consisting of 4 consecutive appointments, which I put together for you in a nice little package to make it affordable for everybody. But past those 4 sessions, your energy will start to wane. Your energy will start to go down. You may start incurring those ailments may come up again, so where you may need another session, another 4 consecutive session. So, which is one of the reasons why I use the flutes and the crystals to help give you as much of a jolt of energy to last you as long as possible for that reason alone. Yeah.
But you also
Yeah.
offer basic tarot readings. I'm assuming, would that be like the intro to what you're doing? Was that affordable, a tarot card reading?
Yeah, the basic tarot readings as well. Yep. So if you're someone that are just looking for a quick question, so so to speak, a lot of times I do those on a private personal setting as well, but a lot of times I may do those on YouTube also, to where I do a collective general reading. But during those readings, I can get specific if questions are asked during a particular session. Like I do Q&A sessions is what I call them, where folks can join in, bring their questions with them, and then we just do simple, hey, when is this guy gonna call me again? Or hey, is she gonna be my wife? If I propose to her, is she gonna say yes? Or things like that. Those are provided as well, which I try to do those online through YouTube. Try to. Doesn't work like that all the time.
Awesome. So do you allow people to record their sessions too?
For the private personal sessions, I do record those, which permission is given during that time, which those private personal sessions that are recorded are only recorded so that I'm able to provide to you your reading, your session in writing. Because again, budget can be an issue. And also, your reading can help you in the future, depending on because how history can repeat itself a lot of times. And so, say a situation, you got a question for today, and a couple months later, the same situation might come up, different person, different players in the game, right? At that point, however, that reading is still resonate to for that particular situation as well. So, and then also, I like to provide the in writing readings as well to give people something to look back on, so that way they have time to absorb. It can be a lot of information that I give out during these sessions. So for me, recording the session, that's one of the reasons why I do that. But after that, I usually either put it into a client file, that's safe and secure, or I may delete it. It just depends on what's going on, but it's something that's never shared with like other people. It's just for my benefit alone, mainly.
Got it. Oh my goodness. Well, let's remind everyone how they can reach you at the Fourth House Intuitive. Tell us all the forms of contact.
Sure. You can reach me at ivhouseintuitive.com. You can see all the information regarding services provided, book your free consultations for services provided. You can also reach me on social media platforms as well: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. All of them are under Fourth House Intuitive LLC. You can just type it into that platform and it'll pop up for you. You can call me at 888-339-3273, extension 804.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you here. And really, I love the beautiful setup there with all your products
Thanks.
display. We'll talk again soon. Thank you for being so informative
All
and helpful
right.
as
Thanks
always.
for having me, Jill. Good seeing
Thanks,
you
guys.
again.
You too. Have a great day. To all of our listeners, stay
Thanks.
tuned. We'll be back next week.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.